Hey everybody, Jay here from Modern Mississauga. Today we're with the 2018 BMW i3S, and the S is new for 2018. We'll go through the S features in a sec, but under the hood we have lots of nothing. The washer fluid and a spare tire kit, because this is BMW's electric vehicle. Up front there's a skirt package, part of the S line, a little sportier LEDs up front, and 19-inch tires along the side. Same shape, not much has changed. It is 10 millimeters lower to the ground, and it is 40 millimeters wider for a bit of a more sturdier stance. Cool thing with the doors, come on, there we go. It's the suicide doors. I don't care much for the name, but that's what it looks like when they're open. No B-pillar, so easy access and exit room for your rear passengers. We'll close that up. So yeah, again, nothing much has changed design-wise. It's still an i3. You love it, you hate it. I kind of like it. It's kind of cute and quirky. Rear end of the car. I like the lights. I've always liked the lights of the i3. Very modern-looking design. Open up the trunk. Batteries underneath. There is a box of Modern Mississauga magazines, and there is your plug-in thing for your house. Plug-in charging cord, cable, sorry, not thing. I like that they have two handles here, like the Hyundai Elantra. I know it's not a fair comparison, but it's the first one that came to mind. Yeah, so that's the outside, and I'll show you what the suicide doors look on this side. Same thing, and there's your latch right there. Easy entrance, easy exits, as I said before. So yeah, that's the outside. We'll take a look at the inside in one sec. All right, we're back with an inside look at the 2018 BMW i3S. For $1,200 you can get dual sunroofs. They don't open, but the sun comes in, and I think it's a very cool feature that BMW has offered up there. There's just a better look at the front. Very minimalistic, and I know, very modern. I really like it. It's very airy, it's very open. So I'm just gonna slide out of the back, close up that other suicide door. Again, no care for the name, but that's just me. Let's kill the volume here. So as you can see, it's very open concept-ish. You got your cup holder here, you have your iDrive and your drive settings. And for some of you who are familiar with the i3, you know that your gear shifter and your start-stop button is a stock off the steering wheel. Kind of weird. I've grabbed down here a couple of times this week, but I've gotten used to it overall. There's everything standard here. There's your gas range, so this does have the range extender, and that's how much I've for battery life, about 23 kilometers worth. So in total, 200 kilometers on the battery-ish. It depends on your driving style, whether you have the HVAC stuff on, whether you have your heated seats on, windows open, how fast you're driving, how heavy your foot is. But they're rated at 200 real world conditions with, lots of variables. I'm going to put it around 180, 185. When you take your foot off the gas, which is right there, there's so much power brought back that it's a bit of an abrupt stop. Sorry, there's the pedal. Yeah, it's a bit of an abrupt, not quite stop, it's an abrupt slowdown. So that definitely takes a little bit of getting used to as well. But yeah, it's regenerative power, that's how it is. 80% of the materials that you and your passengers see are either recycled materials or sustainable materials, and it's a very cool idea BMW has. Not new for 2018. The other i3s have this as well, but there's a nice deep well here for some stuff. I wouldn't put too much stuff because it moves, it shakes and whatever, because that's just what moving objects do. But just taking a look at the front end, it's very cool and very modern, very different from conventional vehicles. But you know, that's BMW. That's what BMW does. It's cool, it's sustainable, it's electric, it's saving the planet. The steering wheel, let me see if I can get back far enough. So it's weird because it seems like this should be the bottom and that should be the top, just with the amount of space down here. Two-spoke wheel, most have 3 or 4. Yeah, so that's kind of a cool thing. It drives well, it feels great for an electric car, tons of torque. And I love that there's hard touch buttons. The 10.25-inch screen is there, and that gives you everything you need. Again, the iDrive's so easy to use nowadays. There are heated seats in this model Let me just grab my sheet and tell you a quick rundown. Actually, you know what? We'll do the rundown on price a little later on in the driving portion, along with the other options. So yeah, that's the inside. Let's take a quick look at the back seat. Room for two seat belts and the cup holders in the middle. Not the most comfortable, but it'll do. And you know, you're not going to take this car on massively long road trips, even with the range extender, which gives you another 100-ish kilometers for a total of about 300, just over 300. But the fit and finish here is beautiful. It's great. It's modern. I keep saying that. And just the recyclable and sustainable materials here. The beautiful open pore wood, and it's gorgeous. I love it. Yeah, so that wraps up that. We'll be right back with the driving portion of the 2018 BMW i3S. Okay, we're back with the 2018 BMW i3S. So again, 200 kilometers of range with a fully charged battery, give or take a bit depending on your variables. In and around 100 kilometers with the range extender, and that's 9 liters of gas, 600 cc's, 2-cylinder engine. It's a little loud, but you know, whatever, not the end of the world. So power-wise, we're at 184 horsepower, 199 pound-feet of torque through the battery, through a 33 kilowatt per hour battery. There is a lot of get up and go. All electric cars are huge on the torque, so you go. It's great, and I will show you what it's like on the road in just under a minute. 1,099 liters of cargo space with the back seats folded down. Over 80% of the services that you see are either recycled or renewable resources. Cost-wise, it's $56,950 without any options, and that gets you the range extender as well. There's a premium package with bigger wheels, comfort access, Harman Kardon sound system, navigation, and so on and so on. Apple CarPlay is included as well, and that's for $23.50, and that gets you smartphone connectivity and your driving assistant. Anyways, let's get going. So again, the gear shift is here. You push forward for the drive, and start stop is there as well. So I'm not, yeah, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm good here. So it's in a parking lot, and I just figure it's so torque heavy, and it's great. Like, I'm already up to 40 kilometers an hour, and the handling is really good for a taller car, and you don't feel like you're gonna tip it or roll it or anything. It holds the road incredibly well. You know, even sharper turns, there's not much oversteer understeer, and it feels really good. Quietness is huge because, again, it's an electric car, and you kind of get that whir and very quiet whoosh sound when you get going and really put the pedal down all the way. So just to show you just to show you how strongly the regen brakes work. I'm at 55 kilometers an hour. My foot's off. 48, 45, 42, 39, 36, 34, 28, 25, 23, 17, 14, 11, 9, 6, 4, 2, and dead stop. I just put my foot in the brake just to do a full stop. But that's how quick it was getting the car from 55 down to 0. And there's a gauge here that shows you all the what you're using for power and how much is actually coming back in. It's a fun ride, and yes, I know fun and electric cars don't really go hand in hand for some of the other offerings out there, unless you are Mr. Musk, and those Teslas are pretty alright. But for the BMW, you know, they combine the driving dynamics, which are a lot of fun, as well as the smartness of the electric car side. If you have the range anxiety, which I think a lot of people do, and it might be a deterrent for people getting electric cars, you know, you have the range extender, and you can't go on long trips. But if you're between charging stations, or you get called to a meeting or an event or something that has to be more than what the battery offers for the specific charge level you're at, the range extender really makes a big difference here. Yeah, I touched on steering feel and the handling, and it's really sharp, and it's really good, and it's, you know, it's kind, yeah, I'll just say it, it's typical BMW, because that's what they do extremely well. As far as, you know, the airiness and openness of of the cabin here. It's wonderful. Just huge windows, the double sunroofs. Even if you don't get the double sunroofs, the windows are big and tall. It lets a lot of light in, so you never have that cramped feeling. Even though the car does have a smaller footprint, it still has a really big feel inside, which is what I really like. There's nothing under here, so fully open, and just it adds to the larger feeling in a small car. I love this down here, just that open little cubby spot there, and just the wood finish. I generally dislike wood finishes on anything automotive, but in this case BMW has done it very well, very classy, very modern, and very stylish. Yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps it up as far as thoughts, comments, and my general feedback on a week in the i3. I've charged it a couple of times. It's due for a charge tonight because I'm only at 19 kilometers, but overall I'm very happy with it. There's very little to dislike about the 2018 i3S. Yes, there's a little bit of flair cosmetically, and you get sport mode, which really tightens things up and makes just that much more responsive. I've lived in Eco Pro Plus for the week just because I want to get as much out of the battery as possible. Most people, I think, will live in the comfort setting. But yeah, overall, 2018 i3S is a solid vehicle as far as a luxury electric car goes. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. So that wraps up this part of the video, and the whole video, in fact. So thank you so much for watching. modernmississauga.com. Hit me up for comments or questions or anything else. I may have winning lottery ticket numbers. I don't, but hey, one day I might. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with, I think we have the X2 next. So that should be a lot of fun. Okay, thank you so much, everybody.